Good morning, everybody. This is Grant Russell with Transwest Truck Trailer RV coming to you live. It is a frigid Friday, calm before the storm. I think tomorrow. Heck, I've seen so many reports. I live up in Greeley, and I think right here in Frederick, they were saying, anywhere from 25 to 30 inches of snow over the weekend. So I really don't look forward to that, but we do need the moisture. But anyways, I hope everybody's doing well out there. And today, we just got in a fresh piece of inventory. So if there's anyone interested in a beautiful Super C motorhome, behind me I've got a 2021 Renegade Verona LE. It's a 38 LDG floor plan. And today we're looking at stock number 5N201342. So the exterior on this one's, they call it anthracite. It's gorgeous exterior paint. I want to start up here in the front here. So all the Renegade Veronas and the Verona LEs are built on the M2106 Freightliner chassis. What that's going to give you is that's going to give you an 8.9 liter Cummins diesel engine. You're going to have 350 horsepower and 1150 foot-pounds of torque. Or is it pound-foot of torque? I can't remember. It's always backwards when I look at that. So if you come up here in the front, I've released this clip on this side, and as you saw, I released this clip here. Very simple to pull this forward. If you work on your own coach, do your own oil changes, or even the technicians here that work on them, it's very easy to get to the engine access. And as you come in closer here, Jody, you've got, and you can see the power platform on this one here. Everything's easy to get to. Your belts, your hoses, transmission fluid, fuel filter. Again, that's an 8.9 liter, 350 horsepower. What does that give you? That gives you 20,000 pound tow hitch. So if you're looking to tow quite a bit of weight with the power to weight ratio, that 1150 foot-pounds of torque, 20,000 pound hitch on the back, if you're pulling something that weighs 10,000, 15,000, up to as much as 20, this will get the job done. So it's around 38 feet, somewhere right in that overall length. So, and I wanted to show you how easy this is to close. So if I just push this forward, it's got those struts. It won't allow it to slam. It's got a nice little soft close on it, and easy to latch back. Push that back, push that down, latch in here, tighten that one down, and do it again on the other side. You're ready to hit the road. You probably see the little camera here. So it does have the side view cameras for your blind spot viewing. If you go to when we go inside, I'll show you, but when you turn the blinker on to your left lane or your right lane, it's going to give you their blind spots on both sides of the coach. Another thing this has with the full body paint, you do have along the front end here, it's got that 3M film. You can't really see it, but it keeps the rocks from chipping up the front of your coach when you're traveling. Another thing I like to point out, all the new 2021s are going to come with the collision avoidance, adaptive cruise, collision mitigation. So up here at the top, you've got, it gives you it does a lane searching. So when you start this coach up, there's a display on the dash cluster that says lane searching. And so it's looking for your lane. So this is keeping an eye on your lane. So if you start drifting, it'll buzz you on the left side speaker or buzz you on the right side speaker, letting you know you're drifting. It doesn't move you back in the lane, but it's just giving you a warning. Hey, you're getting out of your lane, or your left or your right. So, and down here at the bottom, this is your on guard. So the on guard is going to help with that adaptive cruise. If you're traveling too fast, it's going to warn you that you're approaching a vehicle. Kind of gives you a distance warning inside on the mitigation display that's on the dash. When we go inside again, I'll show you that. So, okay, come around to the side here. So earlier I paired my phone, and it's called Vega Touch Mirror, and that's I don't know if you can get a shot right there, that little bottom has a Vega Touch mirror. You can pair your phone to the Firefly that's in the coach. So I've already paired mine, so I'm going to go in here and I want to show you a cool feature here. So if I go to my slides, I've got my living room slide and my bedroom slides are in right now. Really a cool feature. I'm just going to literally go to my slides and I'm going to extend the living room slide. So I hold that down. What's nice about that, if you're in a truck stop, or you're at a rest stop, or you're somewhere where you can't, if you're inside and you're holding the button down, you don't know what's next to you. What's nice about this feature is I can see how close I'm getting to something just being right out with it. And I've got all my doors open, and it's not interfering at all with the doors, the way this is designed. So I'm running the living room slide out. I'm all the way out. Now I'm going to go to the bed slide. We'll run that one out. And while that's coming out, this coach was ordered with a few special options on it, just a couple of them. But this has an actual, see the blue hose down in here? So that is a macerator pump that's installed on this coach. So it already has a macerator pump. Renegade can do that as a special feature. We did that on this coach here. And then some of the available options that this particular coach has is you have the lithium battery package. So all those, you've got 6 lithium modules there. And on the left side, you've got your chassis batteries. And that little panel up top, it's tied into the solar panels that this has on it. Kind of while we're still up front here, something to point out. You know, if you own a Super C, or if you're looking at getting into the motorhome industry or market, excuse me, and some of the advantages of a Super C is it's, you know, it's super easy to get in and out of my driver's area. So, and these have air ride seats. The passenger side and the driver's side are easy to get in and out of. So just something I like to point out. Come on down this way, Jody. So we talked about the macerator pump. So some of these tanks here, you've got up top, you've got 2 75-gallon tanks. One's your black water, one's your gray water. And so that's where they're stored. And these bays are heated. So in your Firefly, inside or on the mobile device, I'll show you since I mentioned the heat. So if I go to my thermostat setting, so I can control my Aqua-Hot settings, I can control the front, the rear, and I can control the bay heat if I want to set that from my mobile device. You can also do it from inside on the actual Firefly device. Right here we've got the water bay or water workstation area. We've got a whole house water filtration system. Everything's etched in here, so that's all the Renegade black tank dump, gray tank dump, city water, tank fill, all that, everything right there will always keep, it's never going to rub off. We're always going to tell where everything's at. It does have a power hose reel. You have an outside spray port. There's a little spigot here, low point drain for your, on your some of your water lines. It's going to be a low point drain. And the actual freshwater tank is inside under the bed. You have 150 gallons of fresh water. And then your sewer flush, black tank flush, and cable hookups are in there as well. And then you got a place to store that white PVC pipe's a good place to store your sewage hose. come down this way, next bay down here, we've got a 8,000 watt Cummins own-in diesel generator. So that'll run everything on the coach. You've got two 15,000 BTU air conditioners, both with heat pumps, your electronics, your convection microwave, so all the 110 operated components inside can be operated off the 8,000 watt diesel generator. Right now, as you notice, I got the power cord hooked up. So I've got this plugged into 50 amps right now, so I've got full power inside the coach. And also, just something to point out here, there's a little button here. So if I want to run my 50 amp power cord in, just hold this down and that'll pull it up on the power reel there. The transfer switch is back in here. All the Renegades come shipped with a 50 to 30 adapter. If you only have 30 amps to plug into, they do come with that cord. And then something else, you notice a little electrical line going to the door here. So it does, you can lock and unlock your compartment doors from a key fob, or you can lock and unlock your doors from the entrance keypad at the entrance door. All right, come around to the back. The back side here is, you got there's no seams on the corners, so it's one piece, one molded rear cap on this wall. So you won't have any stress points where you can have separation on some other types of motorhomes out there that have the seams down the side. So this will always be a solid rear cap as well as the front cap too. You've got a full walk-on fiberglass roof on this as well. There's no ladder on these, but to get up there you just got to get yourself a telescoping ladder, an A-frame ladder, or boom lift. But you can walk on that roof if you need, for any maintenance reasons. You can see your backup camera up top. Get your LED brake lights, turn signals, reverse lights, running lights, and then 20,000 pound hitch. It is pre-wired, or excuse me, it comes with, I said pre-wired. That's your brake controller 7-way plug. And we'll get inside, I'll show you, it does have the actual brake controller, and we've got a new design on that too as well. And then this port here, if you're hooking up like a trailer, you've got, I believe it, I'll double check this, but if you have a camera system on your actual like stacker trailers, so you have that, you can toggle between truck camera or trailer camera. So nice feature there as well. Again, 20,000 pound hitch we talked about earlier. And this is the exhaust that's going to be on the generator. So the 8,000 watt own-in generator, that's the exhaust on it. Okay, we're on the patio side. So similar to your slide outs, I've got this awning out. Thought I'd show you this too. So if I go to my awning controls, I've got it out right now. It's got the LED light in it. Oop. Firm, awnings, retract. So again, I can run my awning in and out using the mobile device. You don't have to use your mobile device, but it's just handy. You can also use the actual Firefly inside. And there's also a panel on the wall inside that has your awning controls as well. We'll run that in. And then in the first bay over here, we've got some loose items that come shipped with them, but storage. It's also where your central vacuum filter is located. If you go down and up a little bit, you can see that. And those loose items are some of the central vac hoses, hose attachments. They do send some additional porcelain tile. If you ever get any cracked tile, if you drop anything on that porcelain and crack it, you've got some replacement tiles there. We option this in this one. It's not an available option from, but it's a special option. We put in an additional slide tray here. So if somebody wants to add a refrigerator freezer combo or something on this, you can. It's already got the tray on it. And these are slide locks. So if you're traveling on some roads that you don't know if they're going to be as smooth as some smooth asphalt, concrete roads, or you're going to be in some different states that may have some washboard roads, you may want to brace those in place on your slides, so it keeps those slides from coming out of adjustment. Just keeps them nice and tight. And then something else I wanted to point out, on inside of the bays, you've got LED lights. This particular bay is the Aqua-Hot 450D system. If you stay in there, I'm going to show you something here. So let me go to my lights, exterior, storage. So I can turn my lights on and off from my mobile device, and that's in all the compartments. Kind of a neat feature there. You can do your storage lights, you do your awning light, you can do your porch light. That Aqua-Hot 450D system, it's a heating system for your hot water. It gives you continuous hot water for the whole coach. It also has electric element in it as well. If you're plugged in, you can use the electric element to heat up the antifreeze. This has about 50 feet of copper inside of this tank, and it's got a I want to say it's about I'd have to double check with Aqua-Hot, but I think it's 15 to 20 gallons of antifreeze, and that copper's running in a loop inside of that Aqua-Hot, and the diesel burner is what fires up the heat and heats up your antifreeze, and then it pulls the heat off to the different registers to the coach and your bays, in the living room, in the bedroom, in the bathroom, just to heat the coach in the winter time, and also gives you continuous hot water for longer showers. So a nice feature there. This next bay down here is storage. It does have an electrical outlet in there. If you go down a little bit lower, you'll see the little electrical outlet if you need to plug anything in. And then that black little circle in the floor on the left there, you can unscrew that and run your lines out so you can close your doors. Right up above it, we've got an outside TV. So you've got a Samsung LED TV, USB ports, chargers, for charging, some USBs there, and then you got a AM, FM, CD, DVD player. It's all hooked up to the television. We go to the next bay there. We've got more storage, and again, a loose 50-foot air hose. So there it is on the other side. So the opposite bay of this one on the driver's side is a connection to hook that air hose up, and that'll reach all your tires, or if you have other vehicles with you, you got a toy hauler with you, you've got motorcycles with you, a golf cart, you need to put air in any other vehicle tires, you can tap right into the air system on the coach and put air in other vehicle tires. Stay right there, Jody. I was going to show you something else here. Something I always like to show on the Renegade product. All of the compartment doors, they've got a thick insulation on them. You've got double latches. We call them slam latches. So they're not bouncing back on me. That one did. We'll do that again. That bounced a little bit, but it's still nice and tight. So usually when you go around on these, they'll hold nice and tight. You're not fighting with them when you're trying to close them. Some other product out there that I've dealt with over my 15 years of doing this, it's still some things better than others and all the different product. But we'll go inside and take a look at the interior of this one. So this is a gorgeous interior. So this is the blackberry interior decor with the Italian nutmeg wood. And this particular one got the theater seating option, which is really nice. It's got some little recliners in here, so if I want to kick back here, I've got a little release here, so just makes it nice and comfortable. If I want to just lounge, if you pan over here, I've got the big 55 inch TV, pretty good size Samsung LED television, and that also is on a swivel. So if you pull this, you want to release it out, you can angle it Maybe you're sitting at the dinette, or you want to just get a better angle towards the dinette. And that'll click back in place when you're ready to hit the road. Up front here, we've got the inverter. We've got a 2800 watt pure sine inverter. And this is actually, it's plugged in right now, so it says absorb charging. I don't have the inverter on right now, but that's blinking on me. We'll have to get that checked. So this light's just flickering right now. So when I open and close that light turns off and on as that with it open right now. But this did just come in, so things like that we have to just make sure and look at and get those things taken care of. The equalizer system over here, it's got a Bluetooth. It's compatible with Android and Apple phones. You can pair your phone to the jack. So if I want to operate my jacks like I was doing my slides and my lighting and my awning earlier, you can do that from your phone device as well. And then right here below that, you have the wind guard over the air antenna. And I'm just going to put so on the left side here is the antenna power. It's hard to see it, but on the right side it says Wi-Fi power. So it does have a wind guard connect Wi-Fi on the rooftop, and it's on right now. So if I wanted to pair a device to this coach, you've got these come with an AT&T SIM card, but if you want to pair it to Verizon or T-Mobile Sprint, you can provide us with a SIM card. We can install it for you. We need a username, password. We can set all that up, and it just gives you Wi-Fi up to 50 feet radius around the coach, they say. You can pair different mobile devices, tablets, computers, anything like that, like you have at home. So. All right. Let me turn this on. So we're gonna get a little buzzing going on. You're gonna hear some buzzing on the left and right here in just a minute. So that's just booting up the lane mitigation, or the lane assist, collision avoidance mitigation package that this one has. So if you come down here, Jody, you can see where it says lane searching up in the top right there. So obviously it's not seeing a lane because we're not in a lane. But as we get going, that light goes away because it finds your lane, and that's when the collision avoidance protection package kicks in, and it warns you if you're drifting to your right or drifting to your left. And then of course you've got, if I set my cruise control, which is down here, so I've got my speed control is basically cruise control, turn that on, and then of course I can set it, I can accelerate, I can coast. So that's, I mean, it's easy to get to. It's right here at your fingertips, as from the driver's standpoint. And once that's set, if a vehicle gets in front of you and they slow down, you're going to back off. You're going to back off of them at a certain distance. Once they get out of your way, you'll increase speed back to where you were at. Over here, the Garmin. If you're on this here, we'll go back. Let's see here. So you got AM, FM, Sirius satellite radio. You can pair your phones, Bluetooth. It's also, if I turn my blinker on, it's going to display the right and the left side. Give it just a minute. I got to get it back on. So there's the left side. Let's start this up. If I go into reverse, you can tap on these and it'll take you to, let me go back out of there. And you got to give these things time a little bit, because when you go into the left blinker mode and it's on that camera screen, you're not going to immediately go to reverse right away. So let it time out. Now let me go into reverse. It should go right to the camera. So there's my backup camera there. Put this back on. So this is the parking brake, if you want to know what I'm doing here. So there's no actual emergency brake that you set. So I'm in neutral right now, and then if I come off the brake, it'll roll. So I want to set that and engage the parking brake. so it's not going to roll anywhere. And then right below here, we talked about the brake controller when we were on the back of the coach. So this is a new brake controller that they all the M2106 they're ordered, and Renegade make sure that this comes with the new brake controller that's on it. Now they've always had brake controllers on the past. It's just a new system there. Over here on the right, the mirror heat. You got a high and a low for your engine brake. So if you're coming down a steep grade, you go down for low, you go up for high, and that's kind of to your comfort level. You can regen if it's calling for a regen on the dash cluster. Let's say you're in the city streets. I've talked about this in the past on some different videos. But if it's 90, 100 degrees out and you're continuously coming to stoplight after stoplight and the dash cluster is calling for a regen, you can hold this down, and that burns off the diesel particulates in the filter, in the muffler, and it keeps it from clogging up, if you will. When you're on the interstates and you're getting a lot of that high speed, it regens for you continuously as needed. Spot lamp, that's an outside deal. Lock and unlock. Lane alert. You can, if I've got the system on, you can. I haven't tried this, but by pushing this button, I believe it deactivates it if you don't want it to be on. But if you want to double check with me on that, I'll certainly look into it. And then of course, it does have. It's labeled right there above it, docking lights. So a lot of times that's an option button, but this one did get docking lights on it. All right, so the seats. I talked about these being air seats. They'll swivel around. Both chairs do swivel. How does that work? Well, I'm going to do the passenger one because it's a little bit easier. So, oh, by the way, if you look down here, they are heated. So I got a low and a high heated seats. And I find it easiest to swivel these chairs for the first time by being out. So let's go here. There's a little swivel release handle. Jody, you can't see it from there, but just take my word for it. It's underneath on the right side. So I'm gonna pull this. It's right. You're coming down here, so it's right here. I don't know if you can see that. So I've released it, and I'm gonna slide it forward first because this pillar is in the way. So let me slide this. Get it forward. This is swivel. Oh, I didn't go far enough. You know what? That's normal in the motorhome industry. There's always something that might get in the way. So now I've got the seat belt to work with here. Bring it around. I made it look harder than it looks. Once you do it a few times, you get it down to a science, and it makes it a lot easier. So sorry if that looked difficult, but I wanted to prove that they do swivel around. All right, come up front here. We do have, it comes with a Blu-ray player, and then you have some adjustable shelving if you want to add additional receivers, game systems, place to put all your audio, video, or whatever extra items you want to bring along. You've got some storage shelves there. And then down below here, so these are your house breakers. So the top one is your main. So this is like your shore power, your washing machine, your dryer, your range, Aqua-Hot, front AC, all that's wired into the main. And then down below, you call it, if you notice, it says primary inverter. So those are all the devices that work off the inverter. Your awning, your bedroom receptacles, refrigerator, bath, GFI, all the way down to microwave and kitchen GFI and vacuum cleaner. So those are all your breakers associated with the inverter. Overhead storage. Notice how these doors stay open. I use a nice heavy-duty hardware which keeps those cabinet doors from falling down. Those are all the reading material that they come with, all the owner's manuals. You've got Corian countertops, a one-piece Corian sink. And then over here we've got the induction cooktop. Beautiful backsplash here. And then some more storage down below here. Gotta have a trash can in every unit, right? This one has it. Something else I always like to point out on their drawers. So you've got full extension drawer glides, nice solid. The cabinetry on this is all dovetail. If you get a shot around here, you'll see how the construction is on these drawers. And also when I close them, soft drawer glides. So these are full extension as well. All electric refrigerator. Plenty of storage there. You got a place, you got your ice maker down below here. Of course, this is your freezer down below, refrigerator up top. When I close this, I can latch it here. Keep these doors from flying open. And then you got the convection microwave oven. Pretty decent size there. Samsung. Okay, come over to this side. So we got the booth dinette. It comes standard with the booth dinette. They do have an optional freestanding table and chairs. When you get the booth dinette, this just gives you some nice cup holders. You got some electrical outlets and some USB ports. You need to plug anything in. Keep your tablets charged, phones charged, computers charged. And again, notice the overhead cabinets. When I open each and every one of these overhead cabinet doors, they all stay open. Now there's a release on this table underneath that keeps it latched in the up position so it won't go down. If I release this and push it down, I can go all the way down with it. And there's a couple of cushions it comes with. So if you do have some guests, grandkids with you, or I wouldn't sleep here. I'd probably just bring a tent and I'll sleep outside, or I'll just crash on these theater seats over here. But this does give you a pretty good sized bed for a small adult, small children. All right, we go to the back. As we're getting to the back here on the wall, I was mentioning pairing my mobile device earlier to the Firefly system. So this is the Firefly. So on the home page, I can turn my lights all off and on with the master switch right there. Check on my holding tanks, turn my water pump on, turn my tank heaters on, see the temperature settings for the bay, the front and rear, living quarters. And then as you can see on the bottom right, you can see what kind of voltage level I've got on my house. I can check on the voltage level on the chassis. And I can start and stop the generator. And where it says AGS, if I enable the AGS, that's basically just turning, that's going to turn on different trigger points. And we teach you all that. So there's different trigger points. If you want to set it to start it, right now it's set to start. If it gets to 12.2 volts and I enable the AGS, it's going to turn the generator on and it's going to run for 10 minutes. If it, let's see, if I want to set it to come on at a certain time. So there's different features there you can operate through the AGS mode. And you can go to your lights and turn all your lights on and off, different zones, rear lighting, front lighting, exterior lighting. Here's again the going directly into the generator controls, the thermostat, front, rear. There's your bay heat, fan controls, slide controls. So a lot of this stuff you can do from your phone as well, but I just wanted to show you the main control center for the Firefly there. All right, if you want to back up just a hair, Jody, this one does get the stackable washer and dryer. And that is an option. This one did come with. And kind of a split bath, if you will. We've got, let's see, make sure this is not latched. So let me unlatch this. So you do have pocket door here. And then you have another pocket door here if you do have guests with you. So you can close that off. But if the guests need access to the toilet, the shower, the sink, you can still close this off. So if you want to get pan around there and you can get a good shot of that shower. So that is a very good sized shower. Just to give you all a demonstration, I mean, it doesn't do it justice, but I'm 6'2", and if I want to take a shower in here, I mean, I got plenty of room. I could be another couple inches taller or so. I mean, you do have a removable head here to take a shower with. So just something I like to point out. And then porcelain toilet. And if you get a picture of that control panel on the back, so it's not a foot flush or a pull handle flush. It has a macerator, so if you push the button there, it flushes it down, kind of like a almost like an airplane toilet, similar to, but it flushes it all down to the holding tank, and it fills back up with water. If you come around this way, we got a king size bed. And you're panning around there, getting a shot of that beautiful tile floor. So again, I believe that's the blackberry tile floor you all just saw. So again, you got some overhead cabinetry here over the bed. We got a king size bed. We got USB ports and 110 outlets here, and it's over there too. You can get that in a little bit. Or you go into it now, there you go. It's right there on the wall. If you look up top here, we got a ceiling fan. We talked about the 150 gallons of fresh water earlier when we were outside. Just to show you where that's at, lift this up here. There you go, you got 275 gallon tanks. That's all your fresh water tanks there. And it's easy to get to your water pump. If you need to winterize, there's winterization valves in here. There's pull valves to dump the water, to dump all the water out down into the holding tanks, or down and out to the gray water and the black water. Where the low point drains, you open those up, and this is where you pull it and it dumps it all out if you're winterizing it. And then you've got some storage overhead here. I got some good hanging clothes storage. Again, full extension drawer glides. 4 nice big drawers for your folding clothes. Entertainment section here. You've got another Blu-ray player. Adjustable shelves. More shelving if you want to add receivers, whether you have Dish Network or DirecTV. You've got a place to store those. And then these drawers down below here. Again, some nice big drawers there as well. And then up top, this is all hanging clothes. Got another bar down below here. But if you want to remove this, this comes out. So if you've got longer garments, you can pull that out. Put that back down. And then I know I talked about the Firefly earlier. But if you don't want to use the, you don't have to use your mobile device, you don't have to use the Firefly. You've got these black panels throughout the coach that are also where you can control your slide controls, my roof vent. If I want to turn all the lights off in the coach, rear master on, rear master off. We got a lighting issue. Again, it just came in, so things like that we got to check out. Accent lights, ceiling lights, reading lights. So you can do it all from those pads as well. Okay. I believe I've covered a majority of this coach today with you guys. If there's something I missed or something you have questions on, feel free to give me a call or shoot me an email. Again, this is Grant Russell. Hope everybody's doing well out there. If you're in the Colorado area, be safe this weekend. Looks like we're gonna get quite a bit of snow, but we'll see if those reports come true. You can reach me at grussell@transwest.com, or give me a call or shoot me a text, 720-539-4711. All right, guys, be safe. We'll see you next time.